Okay, finally got back to this. I was not feeling well yesterday, but today I finally have time to react to this week's chapter. This is One Piece manga chapter 1102. That is 1102. And disclaimer, as always, same old, same old. Do not watch this video unless you are caught up and are okay with spoilers. So, chapter 1102, The Life of Kuma. Hopefully, from what I've heard, this is the end of the Kuma flashback because it was a beautiful flashback, possibly the best, most tragic flashback so far. I mean, I wouldn't call it the best, but it is the most tragic, or at least in the top 3. So it was a good flashback. I would not call it too long or too short. I am not going to say any of those stupid stuff. It's good the way it is, but now we're in Bonney territory. So we're going to be back to Egghead, I predict, next chapter. Who knows? Cover request. Bonney not waiting to stuff her face at a meal with a pack of wolves who carefully built up a huge stash of hot dogs. And they have a conveyor belt, which I guess it's just like who carefully built up a huge stash of hot dogs. It's it's an industrial line. Okay. No doubt about it, Bonney. Kumachi's here. The girl who keeps pushing forward. Quit calling me by my name. I'm the captain, ain't I? Okay, Captain, then. It looks like there are Marines here too, though. All right, men. The Bonney pirates have arrived. We've got orders to bring them in immediately. They say the last city they attacked was packed with injured seniors and even little children. It looks like she hurt them, but they were actually regular people who she de-aged or re-aged. They're the worst type of scum. What? A big guy? Yeah, I've seen him. He was on the outskirts of town. I can't see you, Bonney. Please understand. It's hard to believe you became a pirate of all things, but you mustn't chase after me. Ah, so she actually is keeping up with him, and he knows she's after him. He gets away at the last moment. Man, that is very, very sad because when he was on Saboti, she was almost there, just like here. And he avoided her, which is part of the agreement. Where the hell did he go? We've already been dubbed pirates. We may as well keep searching, even if it takes a while, right, Captain? If we're going to take it slow, then I want to look for Nika, too. Now, this is what gets me excited. Imagine Daddy's face when I tell him I found Nika at so-and-so island. Don't you think he'd be thrilled? Straw Hat Luffy, 30 million. Meanwhile, in the East Blue, having crushed the vicious fishmen of the Arlong Pirates, Straw Hat Luffy has stepped into the spotlight. Alright, I got a bounty. Okay, so this is 2 years ago. You're going to Logtown? What for? No particular reason. Who's in charge there? That'd be Captain Smoker. Ah, so now we have the first inkling of Dragon going to Logtown back in chapter 100. Man, I was waiting for something like this too. So he's been keeping tabs. He knows Luffy's timetable. Jinbei, guess whose kid brother's on the bounty poster? A brat like this took down Arlong? That's right, he's my kid brother. Man, so Jinbei also was keeping tabs because he wouldn't have believed that a kid took down Arlong. Well, better believe it, Arlong was nothing. Nothing for us, at least. Man, I'm loving all this. This is gonna be so good in the anime when it finally gets animated. What a curious twist of fate, Dragon, to think your boy would become a pirate. Ah, everyone's keeping tabs. This is amazing. Here are our ironclad rules of piracy. Plunder whatever you want from bad guys. Rob them blind. And don't help a soul unless they really need it. She's just like Luffy. Except a little bit more on the nose. Not a soul. Yes, that's it. That's exactly how you put on lipstick. I think there's some joke there because maybe it's not how you put on lipstick, and that's the point. I think that's the joke. Great, I'm totally a grown-up now. I also put this on. Daddy might not even recognize me without something on my cheek. Next, I just gotta make a name for myself. That'll get his attention. Ah, she has no idea he's actually avoiding her on purpose. She thinks she's just not lucky. Egghead, New World, this is unsettling. You think so? Your progression is going as smoothly as your own modifications. Never mind that, though. Did you hear the news? Apparently some rookies declared war on the world government. What? Dragon has a son? Ah, so this is where Vegapunk first hears about Dragon's son for the first time. Rookies declared war on the world government. That must be Ennie's lobby. That must be Ennie's lobby, because nothing else stands out than that. If I'm going to let you study all my memories, there's no point trying to hide it. A man with rubber powers standing up to the government. What a quirk of fate. He sounds just like my idol, Nika. That's true. What? So they're beating around the bush because he's not 100% sure that that's Nika. He's just like, huh. That's funny. He has rubber powers. That's weird. Like, it's like he's scared to jump to conclusions, which is not a bad thing, because jumping to conclusions sometimes gets you in trouble. But hey, you gotta wish sometimes. Thriller Bark, Grand Line. Yep, this is after Ennie's lobby. The government has given me special orders to wipe you all out. That said, I'm sure they'd be satisfied if I only brought them Straw Hat Luffy's head. Hand him over and I'll spare your lives. Go to hell. He was testing them. I knew it. I had an inkling that he was testing them, especially after everything we've seen. What a shame. Ursa's shock. Funny how he didn't actually kill anyone, even though he could have. Although that was a really, really cool attack back then. Luffy's the man who will become king of the pirates. If you truly mean to take his place, you must be willing to bear all his pain and suffering yourself. This much damage might be enough to even knock me out. Really? A buccaneer cyborg? He has exceptional friends, just as I'd expect of your son, Dragon. It's all coming together. Near the Subodi Archipelago. We are calling in all 7 warlords of the sea. If you refuse to come, you'll be forfeiting your title. Quite the statement. What's the occasion? The flag bearer of the new era, Portgas the Ace, his public execution date has been set. This will mean war with the Whitebeard pirates. War with the Whitebeard? I'll be sure to arrive before the execution date. Subodi. Where's my food? I'm wasting away here. Pizza, bring me more now. Oh my goodness, he was at the restaurant! Captain, the Navy will take notice if you keep causing a scene. This is the last time I'll see your face. Become a truly indomitable pirate. He knew he didn't have much time left. This was right before the war. Bonney. That pirate just hit a celestial dragon. They'll send a warship from Navy HQ. That's the human shop. Someone attacked the celestial dragon? Who would dare do that? The whole world knows that's taboo. And we're so close to Navy HQ too, it's practically suicide. Them again. The Straw Hat Pirates. He was at the human shop! This is making me so happy. My goodness. He was literally watching over Luffy by mistake. He had no idea he was him. Oh my goodness, he was there the whole time. Like, call it a retcon if you want. I don't care. This is my favorite type of retcon. The type of retcon similar to, you know, it's like Eren Yeager telling Grisha to kill the royal family using the timey-wimey shenanigans. Like, it's just like that, almost. Like, it's that kind of retroactive continuity where it was planned for a while. I guarantee it was planned for a while, but it might not have been planned 10 years ago. So that is why I'm happy, because it is poetic, and that's all that I care about. Oh my goodness. He did it to protect a fishman. Straw Hat Luffy. Usopp fell on his head. No one has done anything this bold for hundreds and hundreds of years. It's treason. And they don't care. And that's why he saved them that same day. literally 1 hour later, they were about to be killed. Dragon, Eva-chan, I hope you can forgive me. Stop, PX1. What, another one? Zoro? I didn't mean to desert you without a word. At least I can leave my own quiet mark on the world. Through Bonney and this young boy, their future will be the only legacy I leave behind. Pop, 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 pop. I couldn't save any of them. I mean, we knew he did it for a reason, and we knew that the reason was most likely what we all thought. But this is finally setting it black on white, and it is so beautiful. Like, he wanted to leave behind something to make it worth the trouble he went through. Like, to make all the suffering worthwhile. You've got it wrong. I'm just showing you the level you have to be in the new world. You and your friends just aren't ready. He was doing it for that reason too. Not just to save them, but to raise them. Don't go there yet, after all. You will someday save the world. He knew! Like, he wasn't just... Like, at first he wasn't sure. He was sure. On that day, he was... Oh my god, I'm crying. You will someday save the world. Or as I like to put it, my channel name for a reason, free the world. Oh my goodness. This is going to be so amazing. We're in the end game. Install a self-destruct mechanism. Are you really that terrified of Kuma? Don't complain. Isn't his terrifying status as a human weapon you're doing? But you 5 already have the highest priority in the command hierarchy. And if we were to somehow go rogue... Oh, and if he were to somehow go rogue when not in our presence, how would anyone else stop him? That's true. Their commands mean nothing unless they're in person. That is a very, very bad loophole. Do not answer. I'm not interested in the opinions of a scientist for hire. Then, in exchange for me doing that, let me keep just a touch of his ego intact. I've invented a circuit for the brain that allows one to switch between 2 states of consciousness, akin to a split personality. If you allow me to test it... I've given the order, Vegapunk. Erase his individuality completely, make sure no trace of him remains. You won't be forgiven if you don't. Remember, I too am a man of science. Any attempts to deceive me will fail. I don't doubt it. But if we do that, Kuma won't get to reunite with Bonney at all. It's good to know how you feel, Vegapunk. So this was literally right after he saved Luffy, but before he showed up at Marineford, which we know was like, say, a week? Around a week, because he spent some time on Amazon Lily, some time in Impel Down, and a lot of time getting from place to place, covering the distance via ship. What? I didn't think you'd be able to overhear. Weren't you the one who gave me superhuman hearing? Wow, so he has superhuman hearing. Alright then, today's the day we erase your sense of individuality. Kuma, it's only been 2 years, but it was fun. I suppose it was. Oh, man, this is sad. It's looking like your first assignment will be a battle with the Whitebeard pirates. I've been asked to prepare a battalion of your clone soldiers for that too. Once that's over and done with, there's something I'd like you to program me to do. The Sunny mission! I forgot about that. Protect the ship of the Straw Hat Pirates? Just until one of them returns. I'd like to be a stubborn guardian for their home, since I won't be able to witness their continued growth. What kind of future are you dreaming up for that boy? His actions have really moved me. I know Nika's meant to be a legend, but it'd be great if there really was a warrior out there putting smiles on faces using the rhythm of liberation, the rhythm I taught Bonney. And if there is a hero out there that will change these seas one day, I believe it'll be him. I'm not gonna cry anymore. I'm fine. I'm fine. A revolutionary placing their hopes on a pirate, eh? You're backing quite the dark horse, Pepe. That unorthodox thinking is proof of your humanity. Alright, before we begin, remember to push out those memories for my research. A promise is a promise, after all. Does this effectively erase your memories? No, think of it as a copy. It will disappear when it's touched, though. Oh! So it's not his soul, it's a copy. Because unlike pain, which cannot be split, it can... Yeah, so pain can be removed, but memories can only be shared. There's a difference between removing something and sharing it. Ugh. So this confirms that while he was erased of his individuality and personality, that doesn't mean his data was gone. His individuality and personality were gone, but the memories are separate from those. In my opinion, they're not separate, but that's some real world philosophy that we don't have to get into. No, think of it as a copy. It will disappear when it's touched, though. Don't fret. I've designed a system that will allow me to take peeks without touching it. Place it in there. That is so cool. That is some sci-fi shit. Okay, it's just another procedure. I have to be clinical about this. I'm a scientist after all. So this is my life. I wonder how many people have been harmed or troubled by my actions. Trouble. Living is nothing without trouble, wouldn't you say? His childhood. His slavery. His priesthood. His career. His love. His daughter. I can cure her. I'm so grateful, thank goodness. Oh my god. Your life hasn't caused anyone harm or trouble, but your death will pain everyone who loves you. Listen well, Kuma. You are a hero too. Not only for Bonney, but for everyone you've ever met. Thank you. There's just one last thing, Vegapunk. Yeah, I know. I can't say how grateful I am. I've never cried reading the manga for the first time. I've only cried watching the anime. I'm glad Oda still has it in him. Thank you for saving Bonnie's life. If you see her again, could you tell her something for me? Please wish her a happy 10th birthday. Yeah, I'll end it there. See you next time. Break next week, of course. Happy holidays.